Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kate, or I go by AlwaysMoreSims here on YouTube, and today we are doing another speed build. I don't remember what this house is called. I don't. That's great. Beachfront something. I don't remember. I think it's Beachfront Bungalow, which is stupid because it's not actually a bungalow. It's just a box. Beachfront box. Beachside bungalow, which again is stupid. It's not a bungalow. Anyways, yeah, we're doing another speed build in The Sims 3. So this house is technically 2 bedrooms, 1 bath. I only decorate 1 bedroom as a bedroom, and I use the second room as a skill building room of sorts. But when I started building this house, my goal, for some reason I was really wanting to build like a beach house. I wanted to build something kind of coastal, islandy, but not Isla Paradiso, Island Paradise Island. That's not what I wanted. I wanted I wanted something beachfront, okay? I wanted to just be cute, colorful pastels. And so when I built the box, I was like, okay, because I hate building boxes. I think they're so boring, and there's so many other things you can do. And I apologize if that insults anybody who's like, but I build boxes. Anyways, I wanted to test myself on being able to do something kind of, again, coastal, beachfront, islandy, relaxed. I don't even know how to properly explain it, but that's what I wanted to really focus on, not doing something super grand with the exterior. And so here we be. I was originally going to call it Baby Blue, bungalow, or again, there's that alliteration coming in. I wanted to use bungalow despite the fact that it's not a bungalow. But the outside of the house is a banana cream yellow. And so then I was like, okay, what if I called it Banana Cream Bungalow? But then the inside of the house is baby blue. So it wasn't, that wasn't quite going how I planned. I did not stick to one color for both the exterior and the interior. And so when it came time to name the house, I could not use a color. But yeah, so this house is on a 20 by 25 lot, and it's actually a custom placed lot, so it's not a lot that I found in a world. I went into World Editor and I placed this lot. It's sitting kind of askew off the corner of a road, of a dirt road, and I just really wanted it to... I wanted to use the platform, the posts, and I wanted part of it to be kind of in the water. And so I really wanted something that I could put on the water. And with it being at the end of a dirt road, I was like, well, it doesn't necessarily need to sit straight. It can be kind of off to this side. I don't know. Okay. I liked how it looked where I placed it, so I went with it. Okay. But it's on a 20 by 25 lot. It does have, what is it called? A moor. It has somewhere for you to tie a boat off the back side. So if you don't place this house on with the back end of it in the water, you will have a jet ski just kind of sitting on the grass. The house also has laundry, so there's that as well. I also wanted to have 2 different sets of stairs, but I could not for the life of me get this set of stairs to place. I sat here and struggled with it for quite a few minutes. It was cannot intersect objects, cannot go in the water, cannot level terrain. And so I ended up just placing the 1 set of stairs on the other side. I fenced this side off. Later I put a grill in. And that's really about it. So yeah, I also might have gone a little bit overboard with palm trees around the house towards the end. You'll see that a little bit more. I just had a lot of fun placing palm trees. I don't know. I thought they looked fun, but then Yeah, towards the end, I was like, I think the palm trees are a bit much. I don't like how the house looks from the outside. Like the house itself, not necessarily. Like I'm actually okay with like the porch and the stairs, and like the. Well, I'm not super pleased with how many palm trees I placed after the fact. I do think like the outside, aside from the actual house, is pretty decent. Um, it's just I can't get past the house being a box. I also really wanted to do a set of double doors on the front, which you see there like here in a second. I might spin back towards it, maybe. The French doors, there they are. I really wanted doors that had like a curved window over the top, like how that window is on the back of the house. And I only have like one door that does that, but it's not a French door. It's like a stone door. It does not fit. Does not fit the vibe. So I didn't have anything I could use that was really what I wanted. So then I was like, well, I still want to get my curved window in somewhere. So I put it on the back of the house, and I don't like how it looks from the outside, but I liked how it looked from the inside, so I kept it. So yeah. Yep. The house also has a motorcycle. I was like, well, maybe a motorcycle would make more sense to like get around. I wish it was, I know we have like mopeds, and now that I think back on it, like maybe the moped would have made more sense because it's the, what's it called, like the hog or something from Ambitions is what I placed. And like, I don't know that that necessarily fits very well. But that's what we have. So there's a motorcycle and there's a jet ski. Again, there's technically 2 bedrooms, 1 bath. There's laundry. I think that's about it. So I guess we can kind of move into the life update part. See, like that's a lot of trees. And I take some away, and then I come back to them at the end of the speed build, and I start putting in more trees, and yeah. Anyways, I kind of use speed builds as a time to kind of update you guys on what's going on in my life. So if you have not watched my previous speed builds from the last, I'm trying to find something to listen to here, what I've been listening to finished. So there's a couple of those pauses throughout the video. I apologize. I'm just scrolling looking for something else to listen to. Anyways, so if you haven't been watching my speed builds for at least the last like year or so, long story short, I was in a position that I was absolutely miserable in, like pretty big depression. I was miserable. I hated going to work. But I was in a contract and I couldn't get out of the contract. I had to finish it. However, my boss was like, well, we have this other position that's going to be opening here in the company. Would you like to interview for it? And I said, absolutely. I need to get out of what I'm doing. So I interviewed for it. I got the job. So I finished my last job in like the end of May. And then from like June to the very beginning of August, I was kind of in like a training period where like what I was doing was being, checked, and there were people like constantly helping me and, walking me through things and all of that. And like in about like the second week of August, so here just a couple weeks ago, like that stopped. Like they're like, okay, you're a big girl now, you can do the job yourself. And oh my gosh, like it just sent my anxiety like skyrocketing. I'm like, I can't do this. This is not gonna be good. This is just I need this to be good. I need this to be a good, like, at least like this next year, because the contracts are year long. I'm like, I need this, next year to be better. I need it to be better. Chloe, stop. Sorry. I I cannot keep going how I've been going for the last 2 years at least. I need, with every fiber of my being, this year, and when I say year, like this contract year, I need it to be different. So, yeah, I was very nervous. And I think having this feeling of I need this to be better kind of affected like excitement I may have had for the job. Like I was excited not to be doing what I was doing. But that was pretty much about it. It was again a lot of apprehension, a lot of anxiety, a lot of nervousness. And then there were people that I had to deal with in this last, contractual year, that I was under the impression I would no longer have to be dealing with, at least not on the regular. And turns out, nope, that's not true. I have to still interact with these people at least once or twice a day. And like they were a big part of why I was unhappy. So like that made me even more nervous. And I'm now in a team of, there's 4 of us, doing what I'm currently doing, where in my last position, like I was the only one doing what I was doing in the building. There were like other people that did my job, like my exact title in other locations, but like I was the only one in the building that did, like, that was doing what I was doing. Now I had someone who, and I don't want to call him an assistant, but like that's kind of what he was. Like he helped me. So like I had him, but for the most part, like I was not a part of a team. I was, I had people that I worked with, that, I interacted with daily, but they weren't, they weren't doing what I was doing. I couldn't sit there and like, try and plan out, new things. I couldn't sit there and really brainstorm with anybody. Like it was very lonely. I felt like I was being secluded. Like I was alone. So when I found out that my current job now that I'm in, and I was going to be in a team of 4, I was really excited. I was like, yes, like I can finally be part of a team. And like, I'm very much I prefer to work by myself type person. But at the same time, like, I was really glad to know that there would be other people doing what I'm doing that, like, again, could bounce ideas off of. We could brainstorm. One of them has never been at, like, she was at the tier below what we're doing now. So she'd done it to a point. And then the other 2 are completely new to the company. So I'm the only one that's from the current, like, building. But I'm not the only one who's from, like, the company previously. And I know I'm being very vague, but I'm being vague on purpose. But I also know that makes it confusing and kind of hard to follow, and I apologize. But I was really excited that, like, I was going to walk into this and I was going to be a part of a team, and I was really looking forward to that. And it has not really been that way so far. Like, I think the other 3 have kind of bonded in the fact that they're new to the building, because like all 4 of us are technically new, like are new to what we're doing. Again, like the one, she did like a step below what we're doing now, so she's done it to a point, but not quite at this level. But like my office is the last of the four of us, like, I have to walk past their offices to get to mine, and like I see them standing in each other's offices talking all the time. Like, they eat lunch together some days, and like I think part of it, some of it comes down to, like, I was raised to never invite myself. Like, my parents drilled into me when I was a kid, like, you don't invite yourself over to, you know, your friend's house. You don't invite yourself out on an activity that, like, your friend is doing. Like, you wait for an invite. And so, like, that has really stuck with me as I've gotten older. And I think it's kind of, like, I do agree. I think it can be, and I don't mean to insult anybody, if like, because some people are just like, well, I'm going to say what I think, and like, if I want to come, like, I'm going to ask, like, hey, can I come too? But like, I do think it's rude to just kind of invite yourself to tag along, to go with, to come over. Like, that is not how I roll. And so, like, I never want to, like, intrude. Like, I kind of think, I'm like, well, if they wanted me to be a part of the conversation, they would have offered. And they would have been like, hey, like, come on in, join us for lunch. And I don't know. I rant to, like, my parents about it, and they're like, and my mom's always like, just go in there and say, hey, can I eat lunch with you guys? And I'm like, I mean, yeah, I probably should. But like, one of my biggest insecurities is coming off as annoying, or being somewhere where I'm not wanted. And like, it really is, like, ingrained in my head that if I were to, like, if they haven't invited me already and I were to, like, pop up and be like, hey, can I, like, come in too? Then again, like, I'm intruding myself into a space where I was not invited, where I was maybe not welcome. And like, I'm sure that's, like, I'm an overthinker to the extreme, so I'm sure, like, that's what it is. But like, I'm a people pleaser to the extreme. I want to be helpful. Never mind the fact that I feel like I'm kind of drowning during the day, that there's just not enough time in my day to get done everything I want to get done. And so, like, I've been bringing work home, and I told myself I wouldn't. I told myself that, like, work is staying at work, and like, when I get home, like, shut your brain off, like, and worry about things that need to be done in the house. And that's not really been happening. Oh, here comes the ice. Thanks. But I've been bringing stuff home, because again, I'm not getting it done during the day, and I don't want to get behind because I didn't finish my stuff from the day before. But then, like, I want to be helpful, and I don't know if maybe I'm thinking, like, this will put me in their good graces, like, that this will almost, like, earn me their favor. That, like, if I prove myself helpful, that they'll be like, yeah, you know, come eat lunch with us, or come join our conversation, or stuff like that. When we have, you know, like, every couple weeks we do, like, a building-wide staff meeting, and, like, they'll walk off without me, or without being like, hey, you coming? Like, they just all walk down, like, at least two of them, if not all three, and then, like, I step out of my office and I close the door and I look, and they're already halfway, you know, down the hall, and I don't know. But it's really easy to also focus on the negative. I'm a lot happier than I was in the last position. I don't come home, like, I come home tired, but it's not like that emotional, like, depressed tired. And I feel like that's how I was coming home in this last position. I don't wake up in the morning, just absolutely dreading having to go to work. Like, I dread waking up because I'm comfy and I'm not a morning person, but it's not because there's nothing I would want to do less than go to my job. So, like, in that regard, like, things are better. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's really easy to focus on the negative. Like, I don't think I actually finished my thought earlier, but like, because I started talking about how, like, I'm bringing stuff home, but then I offered to these other people, I'm like, if you need help with this, let me know and I can help you, and like, I can do this for you. Like, and then they're like, oh my gosh, that'd be great. And then I'm like, oh, why did I do that? Because I have so much stuff that I need to get done. And I don't know. Again, like, people pleaser to the max. Yeah. I don't know. And then I inherited the office from a retiree. So, like, the person who was in my position before retired. And so, like, if you move within the building, like, you tend to take, like, at least, like, your personal laptop with you, and stuff like, or not your I shouldn't say personal, because I did not, like, I have my own, like, laptop that I bought myself, like, but, like, you take your company laptop with you. Like, there's things that you take with, but when you retire, those things have to stay. You don't get to take those with you. Those have to stay. And the person who had been in the office before, because she retired, like, all of her technology stayed, and my position is very technology heavy. We do a lot with technology. And I have, like, a smart TV, but there's no remote to it. So if I need this on, like, if I need it on, I have to, like, press, the buttons on the side. However, the power button on the side is jammed, and I cannot turn the machine on or off. I have to actually unplug and plug back in one of the HDMI cords on the back in order to get the thing to turn on. I've let our IT department know. And they're like, well, when we get funds for it, we'll try to replace it for you. I'm like, great, that's never going to happen then, is it? I have, like, other things in my office that, again, had been left behind, that require charging cables. And I have, like, 5 of these things, but only 2 chargers. And, like, when I once again reach out to IT, they're like, oh, your building managers should get you some of those, and like, they should buy them for you. And I'm still waiting. I just again, super easy to focus on the negatives, but I don't dread going to work. I'm in a better place than I was. I don't know what else to say other than that. Let's see. What else? Moose and I are going to an ice cream social tonight. The Humane Society that, like, I volunteer and foster for and everything, like, Moose is from, they're holding an ice cream social for dogs after hours tonight, and so Moose and I are gonna go get, and I don't even like ice cream. I'm very picky, and I can only take it, like, I can only handle it in, like, very small, like, a bite or 2, and I'm good. Like, I have extremely sensitive teeth, so I don't like cold things. Oh, here comes more ice. I don't like eating cold things that sit on my teeth. Like, my teeth and my gums are extremely temperature sensitive. And I just don't have much of a liking for sweets. Like, I can only handle so much sweet. I don't really have a huge love for, like, chocolate. Like, I'll eat, like, my favorite kind of chocolates are the Lindt truffles. Specifically the milk chocolate and raspberry truffles, but I'm pretty sure you can only get those. The only place I know that has them is the Lindt store in the Mall of America. I don't know, like, I can't get them online unless you get, like, a package of, like, 250 of them, and then it's, like, super expensive, and yeah. Anyways, or, like, just, like, the plain milk chocolate truffles. I'll eat, but I only eat, like, one of those. I can't just sit there and just, like, I'm not tempted to eat the whole bag in one sitting. So, I don't know, I'm hoping they might have, like, dreamsicles or something. Like, I'm much more drawn to, like, fruity flavored things. Like, my favorite candy is blue raspberry Sour Patch Kids. So yeah. What else? I'm anemic. I was officially diagnosed as anemic like a month ago. And I am kind of freaking out because I've been losing quite a bit of hair lately. But, like, because I actually just got my hair cut yesterday. It was just a trim, but like, it's something that my beautician brought up when I had my hair cut. I get my hair, like, my dead ends trimmed off, like, every 6 weeks. And so last time I saw her, she was like, this is a lot of hair. But she wasn't finding any bald spots or, like, signs of alopecia or anything. So I don't know what's causing that. But that's been kind of a panic subject for me. But we're in the screenshots now. So I guess we'll focus on that. Houses are up for download in the description. Please don't claim it as yours. Please give credit. I have my Twitter, my gaming channel. It's all down there. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. It's nothing like an abrupt ending. Bye.